Hello. Hello friends. Welcome back to this channel. If you are new around here, my name is Erin and I currently teach for 3 online ESL companies that I will talk about on this channel. Now, this video is not company specific, but I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to pass your demo test no matter what company you have applied for, okay? So this will apply most likely with all companies. Some things will be company specific. All right, number 1, TPR, total physical response. This means you are gesturing with your hands. You are given instructions on what to do. So there are 2 types of TPR. One type is instructional TPR. Okay, so this means that you are going to do things like this to show I would like you to speak now. I am listening. Another type of TPR is called educational TPR. So for example, if you're teaching about a bird, maybe you flap your wings like a bird, okay? You're going to want to do that for your demo lesson and lots of it. Number 2, you want to do positive error correction. Now, most likely for your demo, you are going to be with an adult, and that adult is going to pretend to be a 5-year-old child. Yes, this is awkward, as awkward as it sounds, but you have to pretend. So you want to do positive error correction. This means they're going to make a mistake to see if you catch it. And you don't want to say, no. What you want to do, if they say, for example, he walk to the park instead of he walks to the park, what you want to do is let them finish. You don't want to interrupt their sentence. And then you are going to say something like, very close, let's practice, okay? And you're going to do that again and see if they can pick it up on their own. Okay, number 3, props. Now, not all companies require props, but most do. And you want probably at least a couple per lesson. So that's what you want to, when you look at your slides, you want to think about a couple things you can use for props. If you're not sure, then check out my prop video. I've got some of my most used props up there for you to check out that you'll most likely use for a lot of your lessons. And so more on that in that video. You are going to want to be familiar with the platform. So you're going to have access to the portal before that demo lesson. You want to go in there and you want to practice. Why? Because you want to show that interviewer that you are familiar with that platform. So you know how to change the slides. You know how all the games work. Okay, wherever there's a place for you to click or do something in the lesson, you know how to work it. That's going to show that you've practiced and that you want the job, that you have cared enough to go in there and practice and you know how to do it. You are going to most likely want a secondary reward. Now, it's not required, and there's usually a reward in the system that you're going to do, like stars or gems or something like that. But I would also have a secondary reward just for that demo if they don't actually require one. It's just fun to have and shows that you know how to use a secondary reward as well. Okay, so those are pretty common with all of the companies. You're going to want to show all of those things no matter what company you're applying for. And one last but very important thing, slow down your speech. Not super slow, but you are going to slow down your speech. You're not talking to a native speaker at this point, so be conscious of your speed. All of this is a lot, I know. This means you're going to need to practice, okay? Don't think you can just go in there and wing it. It is not like that. You really need to practice so you can go in with confidence that you know exactly what you're going to do. Okay. So why would someone fail, right? Well, if you practice and you do all of those things, you're going to want to also find out about your specific company. So if you don't have a mentor and you don't practice and you're not sure what that specific company is looking for, you're probably not going to pass the demo. So I recommend watching my video on, do I need a mentor? To find out a little bit more about how that's going to be helpful for you. Now, a couple other things that are going to be very important are your lighting Okay, I use 2 soft boxes so that I don't have to worry about my lighting. When I got started, I was using lamps and trying to rearrange my lamps all the time and make sure that I wasn't creating all these shadows and that I was bright enough. Okay, and your background just needs to be professional. They shouldn't be looking at your bed behind you or your couch or your kitchen. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. When I got started, I sat behind a blank wall and I used like a trifold board and just put a couple things on there. You can put your teacher name, right? So just make it professional. Again, you can talk to a mentor if you have specific questions about that. And they may be able to help you based on, you know, some things. Maybe you already have a place in your house and you want to know, can I use this space? And also your internet speed, okay? You want to make sure that you have good internet. This is a job that relies on good internet, so you're going to want to have that for your demo. All of those things are going to be important. Okay, I think that's about covering it. So any more questions? I am at heyeducatorerin@gmail.com. Bye for today, guys.